ride, baby.
Got it! That's your van.
Bye bye! Bye bye! Money, no money.
What was that?
I don't know. No, you gotta.
I'm learning a lot. I have no idea how most of this stuff works with the saws and the measuring and cutting it and like nailing it and gluing it. I'm literally learning everything as I go, but it has been hilarious and fun and pretty. I mean, it's really cool to make something, like have a vision for it. Let's do this. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to the YouTube channel. My first video in my van on the Van Adventures. The soul trip, soul journey. What the hell am I doing? If you're watching this wondering, like, why did BC leave LA and why did he buy a van? I'm right there watching it with you because I'm just as curious. So tune in. Welcome back. I want to make a bunch of videos on this trip. At one point, I'll give you a whole video of touring the van, explaining it. I bought a van a couple months ago. It's been on my heart for like a little over a year now. I think the biggest answer for you of why I bought the van is to spend this season as in solitude as I can. Obviously, I'm still kind of using social media or creating content. At one point, I will turn everything off, even my text messages and calls, my phone. No one will know where I'm at. At one point, not right now. I'm still working on the build out of the van. It's pretty built out. I bought it a couple months ago from a sweet young 21-year-old girl from Salt Lake City, Utah, and it was built pretty quick, and she was a little badass adventure girl, so it was built pretty much like the bare bones of what you need. But there's solar panel and electrical, and that's like some of the hardest stuff. I've just been doing some little like aesthetic kind of maintenance stuff and trying out new things. I've only been out on the road right now for a week. Today's day 7, and it's been a great experience so far. I've been living in the desert in the middle of nowhere. Like if you go past Joshua Tree, past 29 Palms, there's this valley called Wonder Valley, which is very poetic and beautiful. And you're surrounded by mountains, and it is it's God sent. And my heartbeat. I mean, well, I left LA, so yeah, I did leave LA. I don't know if I'm ever going back. I'm very dramatic sometimes, so who knows? But I might. LA is an incredible place. I've lived there almost 5 years now, like 4.5 years, and I've had some of the best experiences and friendships and memories. And I love it. I love the people there and the community. But it can be very intense sometimes and difficult to navigate your own heart and your story and why you're there, and making sure your reasons of why you're there and what you're doing is aligned with who you are and what you want to do. If you're ever thinking about moving to LA, it's an incredible place. Just make sure you have a vision for yourself and know where you want to go in some sort of direction, and you also make sure you have some good friends or community, or find some immediately while you're out there. I moved there knowing one person, and got really blessed just knowing that one person, and it opened up a whole Pandora's box of incredible friendships and community. But that being said, I am very usually busy in LA, running programs or events or community building or workshops, or it's a very fun, exciting, exhilarating place. Even during 2020, we still, we're doing quite a bit. And I, like over a year ago, got put on my heart to get a van. And I've never bought a car. Like I had my car from high school that my parents gave me, and I helped pay for that. But for pretty much my whole like 20s until it died, and when I moved to LA, I've lived in LA almost 5 years without a car. And when this was put on my heart, the number one heartbeat behind it was to write a book, to work on this book that I've been kind of playing with for the last couple years, and to really just disconnect, realign with my heart and God and my faith and my why, and just be like, all right, God, use me to write a book. I don't want it to boast or brag. I'm not trying to like get some sort of affirmations or accolades from this book. It's just going to be a story between myself and God and my experience for the last 12 years, 13 years, traveling the world, working with people, and having so many dreams come true, and so many lows and highs, and then how did I get here today? And it's really just me closing a chapter and season of my life. So this is true, it's come from the heart. If I write this book and no one buys it, except my mom maybe, it is for me to close this season and chapter of my life of what happened in the last 12 years. Really, I'm going to focus on my 20s from 19 to 30, what I did in that time and what I learned. And hopefully that it touches people in their 20s and maybe even teenagers and maybe adults to understand their kids more. But it's like I said, I'm not coming from a place to boasting or bragging of like, I need to write a book, it's going to change the world, everyone needs to hear my story. Like I'm not really in that realm of trying to like be a public speaker or an author. For me, it's just going to be more of a therapeutic cleanse of just like, all right, God, let me digest what I've learned and what I've experienced and have people hopefully connect and resonate with it. So I got a van to go do that and disconnect. And I've been working on the van mostly this week, but hopefully when I get this done, I can go disconnect and turn off all social media, turn off my cell phone, turn off everything and really delve in and connect with what I feel like my faith and God's trying to tell me in my heart, in my story. And I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. Buying this van was a really big deal for me. If you're close with me, if you know as a friend, for the last 12 years, what I've done, all my money I've ever had extra money after rent and food, my money always goes towards people, and I just invest back into people's hearts and dreams and what they need if they need help. I mean, everything. I'm the worst with money because I just give it away, and that's not me boasting. I'm just like, I'm not good with money. I can't be boasting. I'm not good with money, and I'm not some sort of like Mother Teresa where I'm good because I give it away. It's just more of like I've been there. I've been blessed and helped with people, and so I try to do that, invest in people. So when I bought this, I had a lot of prayer and a lot of discernment and called a lot of people and mentors and got a lot of yeses, and but it was the scariest purchase of my life because it was pretty much all my money, and bought it kind of built out. That's why it was usually so expensive, but just took a huge leap of faith. My highest excitement with it, obviously adventure is good and working on this book again is good, but truthfully my highest excitement with this van is when I'm done with it, just to give it to people to go travel and to get away from culture or their struggles, or go journal or go take photos around the country. Like that's my highest excitement with this van, is I want to let people use it afterwards. And that's why it was such a tough time buying it, because I remember going to buy it, I was like, this money could go back into people, and just got different downloads from God and from friends and journaling that like this, you need to spend a season going internal, disconnecting from your ego and from your culture and from your busy schedule and all that you do, to just go stop and be simple. And I've been in the desert for a week. I'll do a video van tour. I'll do videos and podcast out here. My heart is like maybe to start a Patreon for people who resonate and vibe with my message and my mission, that want to support me. That would be awesome to have a Patreon, and that way I can introduce my podcast in new ways and more consistent in YouTube videos. But the moon is up there and the sun's over there, and this has been so beautiful and amazing, and I hope that I hope I can just lean into this experience and this leap of faith, and what I've known to be true is that we just have to continue to level up as humans, and as you know, I share this in my story a lot. I've had like 4 or 5 different dream jobs, like literally I could do this the rest of my life and be happy, and I've had to leave those things to continue to level up. And it's kind of like that idea of, obviously, seek discomfort, right? Is like your comfort zone's here and you come out here to get out of your comfort zone, but we don't realize that sometimes our comfort zone grows. And so once we were uncomfortable here, it grew. And so we have to be aware of like, oh wait, is there something else beyond that? And then beyond that, and we always have to continue to level up. And so, as I had like this house on the beach with all of my friends, and I literally lived on the beach with all my friends and had this dream job, my mastermind program and doing social media, I left it all to come live in a van by myself and just try to realign and remember why I'm doing what I'm doing, what God's trying to teach me, and where my heart and my soul and my mind and my story is being just renewed and cleansed and reminded of like, yo, these days are limited, fam. Like, it's crazy, and our mission is big. Our mission is really big. There's a lot of hurting hearts out there, a lot of hurting people that feel lonely and unseen and unheard and discouraged, and my heart, if you know me, then it's just to make sure people feel seen, heard, and encouraged and loved. So on this road trip, I might stop in some cities and see people from online or friends, and then I might just go disconnect and disappear for a while. So we'll see. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, notifications. You guys know the deal. If you want to continue to follow these, I'll make a video in the next 2 days about a van tour, and then continue to just make podcasts and tell stories and share my heart. And yeah, this is exciting, and I love you all. I appreciate you always encouraging me and praying for me and sending me just love. This mission has been coming on 13 years now, since I was 19 years old. Dropped out of college, started traveling the world, and realized at 19 was like, whoa, there's something way bigger going on than my life and myself, and I have to lean into it. And so since I was 19 years old, I have traveled to over 80 countries all around the world. You guys know the story, and with this craving and addiction to just loving people, I've done it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole nother video about my story. There's obviously podcasts about my story. The van is a huge blessing. Very scary leap of faith. Leaving LA, very scary leap of faith, but it's all a blessing, and I can't wait to see what God does. So I'm gonna be watching just as closely as y'all. If you have questions below, I have questions too. Whatever you're asking me, I'm also asking God. So when he goes this, I go this. But yeah, I love you all and thank you all, and I hope some of that made sense. I'm just kind of rambling right now, and it's kind of chilly in the desert at night. Even during the day, there's a pretty chilly breeze. Love you guys. Yeah, keep journaling, meditating, leaning in, listening, asking questions, and loving people. Peace.
Subscribe, like, comment, turn on post notifications.
That's what I'm saying.
So you won't miss out on any video.
And for every subscriber, every person that subscribes, we're gonna send you a quarter.
We're gonna send a quarter to Africa. That's what we're gonna do. Every time you subscribe, we're gonna send $1 to Africa. $1 to Africa.
I think you said a quarter.
I said $1.
Wait, how are we gonna?
I will. From the kindness of my heart.
What if there's 5,000 subscribers?
Then there's $5,000 donated to Africa.
Where are we gonna get $5,000?
We're gonna have a charity event.
That's what's up. And who's gonna perform?
All of us.
What if we had like a chair? We're all gonna perform?
All of us, yeah.
And the charity event's gonna be called what?
I don't know yet.